Hey, this is a replay of a Shogun 2 game, and this game was the quarterfinal or some deep round in a tournament. This is a tournament match, and it's being played by from MVH. This is BossRobert right here, and he goes by Lovemo. And then over here on the other side from the HG clan is Iliturgitan. And this tournament is being hosted by HG. It's being hosted by this clan here. And this guy is actually kind of in charge of managing the tournament. He's responsible for, he's the head administrator of the tournament. And in this game, I'm going to give away the ending to you real early. But what happens in this game is that the MBH player wins. BossRobert here actually wins the game. And what happens, however, is that the HG guy, in my opinion, claims that BossRobert camped or abused a redline rule. Now, we're watching this game from BossRobert's perspective here. This is him. He claims that BossRobert cheated by camping on the red line, and then the HG guy kicked BossRobert from the tournament. Now, we're going to watch the replay. I've never watched this before myself. This is the first time I've seen it. We're going to watch this replay. And we're going to kind of form an opinion on whether or not he did that. And from everyone I've talked to says that he didn't, and this ruling from the HG guy was bullshit. But what happened is the HG guy who runs the tournament lost and then kicked the guy who beat him. And that's bullshit. If you were in a tournament and you're also the administrator of the tournament, you lose, you can't just kick the person who beat you. Pretty common sense is that if you're playing in a tournament, you should not be involved in the administration of that tournament. Actually, if you're playing in a tournament, nobody in your clan should be playing in the tournament. If you're going to be a tournament administrator, then don't participate in the tournament. Don't have your friends participate in the tournament. That seems really simple to me, because even if this HG guy is correct and BossRobert here does break the rules, it's not like this guy showed the replay to his other administrators and the other administrators rendered the ruling. This guy himself took it upon himself to kick BossRobert from the tournament. Okay? You can't fucking do that. And I don't know why that's hard for this person to understand, but you can't randomly kick people after they beat you. You can't fucking do that. And it doesn't seem to me like BossRobert is in the red line at all. The red line is way back here. I'm not really sure how that could be construed as camping. I don't know. Maybe something happens later in the game. But this brings us, so that's kind of the facts of the case. This is what happened. These two guys played a tournament match. This guy is an administrator in the tournament. The administrator lost. He retaliated by kicking the person who beat him. Facts of the case. Second issue is the idea that if you're going to run a tournament, you should run it openly and honestly. And that's obviously not happening here. Now, the next issue is, what do we do about tournaments in general? There's no tournament structure in Total War is perfect. And it seems that there are always way too many matches that get decided by administrator rulings, and that isn't good. The CWC is a pretty good tournament. It's well managed. That might be the best exception. But a lot of other tournaments are pretty much bullshit. And this is a problem. And we were talking about this, me and some of the other Huntsman guys were talking about this, and the solution is we're going to try to help solve this problem. And we are going to start a tournament series. We'll call it the Huntsman Tournament Series. And as part of the rule of that tournament is that nobody in our clan is going to be able to participate. So we're going to host tournaments for the rest of the Total War community, and we're going to try to do a series of events. We're going to start with one and see how it goes, and then we can improve from there. But we're going to start running a series of tournaments for everybody else, and we're not going to play in them. And we're going to put some pretty simple rule sets together, and we're going to have some pretty simple refereeing for those tournaments, because we don't want a lot of matches to end in a referee's decision. And so that's what we're going to do. So, part of the video here is I want to make this announcement that we're going to try to put this tournament series together, and really encourage you all to get involved in it. We're not going to limit it to clans. If you're, not in a clan, you're certainly welcome to play. And we'll put some information up on that. Currently, I'm rebuilding the twreplays.com website to kind of support that effort. So check out twreplays.com here in the next couple days, maybe, and we'll have some information up about that. Probably don't go there right now because I'm not done fixing it, so it'll look like shit if you go there right now. But in a little bit, that'll be ready. But this is kind of the game. I think this is maybe what the HG guy was complaining about. Robert moves. Looks like he's moving some matchlocks into this forest. He's doing that to protect from archers, and I mean, the red line is there. I don't know what the real rules of this, but I mean, the idea is that you have to stay away from the red line enough for your opponent to be able to flank you, is the idea. You want to keep action fluid, I think, is the genesis of the E rule. So that's kind of what they're doing. These guys are bow-calving the shit out of each other. Oh, great guard. Katanas. Yeah, bow-calf fighting it out there. I think this is what this guy is complaining about, that BossRobert is on the flank here, but that doesn't seem... I mean, I guess I'd have to get out, load up a demo game, and measure this out, but this doesn't seem like it should be violating a red line rule. I don't know. He's obviously in the forest to protect against archers. And he is moving, I mean, and he has a whole bunch of units moving around this guy's flank here. This doesn't really... I mean, I don't see how you could interpret this as a camping behavior. BossRobert's army is kind of unique. It's all cav and just matchlocks. It's kind of an interesting idea. And this guy has more traditional, you know, some matchlocks, some archers, a lot of Yari Ashigaru. And he makes an... Is he making an attack here? What's he doing? He's just matchlocks and Yari Ashigaru. Okay, so these guys don't have actually archers. They just have... Both of them have matchlocks. Matchlocks are so stupid in this game. Really? I mean, really? Medieval Japan has line infantry, right? They're good. I use them, but every time I use them, I'm like, man, that's stupid. So they're squaring off here, and Robert's got cavalry over this guy's flank. If I was this guy right now, I'd just fucking butcher the shit out of these. I'd just go straight melee on these matchlocks. There's not much that can say. Why isn't his cav charging? You know what I mean? Like, this guy obviously is not playing very well. Like, the obvious solution to unguarded matchlocks is charge all your fucking cav. I don't know why he isn't doing that. And strategically, if you think about this game, like, this guy has a bunch of Yari Ashigaru that are the great counter to the majority of Robert's army, which is all cav. If this guy can kill these matchlocks, he will eventually win because he has Yari Ashigaru. Like, if I was him, I would push all in. Once you kill these 3 matchlocks, BossRobert is fucked. Like, I don't know why he isn't doing that. But that's what he's trying to do. Or not doing, I guess. And still, I don't think this is a red line violation. I mean, is this your argument? And really, it's just a general, like, if you measure from this unit here, you know, where's that flag? That can't be camping, I mean, or redlining or whatever. I'd have to go back and read the forum post to get the actual text verbatim of what the HG guy said. But oh, and there's some good evidence in Robert's... Alice! There's some good evidence in Robert's defense. I mean, this guy does actually flank him, right? If you're redlining, the whole point of not redlining is so that you can get flanked. It looks like he just got flanked. And this guy does what I recommended about 3 minutes too late. A couple minutes too late. But yeah, I mean, he obviously flanked him. So I can't see how you'd call that cheating the red line. Oh. It's kind of an interesting game, actually. BossRobert has a problem here. He's got to get this cav off his ass. Looks like what these guys are coming in to do. And the bow cav are shooting up the Yari Ashigaru. That's what's happening right there. Huh. I gotta think that Robert's build is kind of interesting with just matchlocks and cav, but I kind of gotta think it's weak to... I don't know, in my opinion, it's weak to, like a... I don't know how to say it. I don't want to how to say this without sound like a dickhead, but it's weak to a good player. It seems like a good player would recognize that, push all in to kill their matchlocks, and then hang out with 1 or 2 spear units and mop the cav up, right? I mean, if you can kill the matchlocks and the bow cav, it seems like you've won. But I don't know. Debate amongst yourselves. Debate amongst yourselves. Looks like Robert just lost his general. That's a pretty bad sign. Yeah, the bow cav are routing the Ariashigaru. Bow cav are pretty good, man. If you can just have them sit there and shoot, their better mobility just goes a long way. Goes a long way. It looks like this is going to be a close game, actually. Those Great Guard got to take some fools out. Bow cav. This guy's got his own bow cav. I wonder why they're not doing better. Oh, it looks like BossRobert won that. He's going to come out of that with a matchlock still in play. Oh, and the other guy, NHG, just lost his general. Okay, yeah, so this turns into a rout. This turns into a rout real quick. So, yeah. So that was the game. I mean, I don't know how you interpret that as camping. I really... I think I'm with BossRobert on this one. I don't think the rule violation was necessary. Or occurred. I think this guy just lost the game and got pissed off, and then because he's the administrator of the tournament, he kicked him. That's what I think. And that's bullshit. And that shouldn't happen. So for it not to happen, you should play in the Huntsman Tournament Series, because we're not going to do fucked up shit like that. And we will treat you fairly. Although we will be strict. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching the video. And this is that Shogun game. Yeah, I don't see where the HG guy is coming from at all. I think he just got pissed off and got annoyed that he lost a game. Oh, that's always fun. See the cav run into the red line? It's always cute. There's some really weird things about Shogun. Really weird little things. But hey, that is the game. And check out tdreplays.com for some more information here in the next couple days or so. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.